This video takes a look at 7 notorious serial killers. Number 1. Luis Garavito. Full name Luis Alfredo Garavito Cubillos. Nickname La Bestia, or the Beast in English. Garavito confessed to have killed about 147 young boys, with the actual count suspected to be closer to 400. He targeted homeless boys, peasants or orphan boys between the ages of 6 to 16. He disguised as a priest, a street vendor, a drug dealer, or an elderly man to win the boys' trust. He would take the boys on a long walk, and after they got very tired, he would tie them up. He would torture them, after which he raped and killed them. Number 2. Pedro Lopez, the monster of the Andes. Lopez mostly targeted young girls between the ages of 8 and 12. He is believed to have raped and murdered about 80 women. But Luis, who often boasts that he killed more, said he had killed more than 300 women. Yang, the monster killer from China. Number 3. Yang was one of the most prolific serial killers in China. He committed more than 23 rapes and killed more than 70 people in a gruesome manner. Yang entered his victims' homes at night and attacked them with hammers, axes, or shovels. He was executed February 14, 2004. Number 4. Daniel Camargo Barbosa was a serial killer and rapist who killed over 150 people. Barbosa usually targeted young virgin girls. He raped his victims, strangled them, and left their bodies in the forest. They said he went after young virgin girls because they cried, and their cry gave him satisfaction. Gary Leon Ridgway, the Green River Killer. Gary was an American serial killer convicted of 49 murders, but suspected to have killed more. He targeted sex workers and runaways. He killed them and then raped their bodies after he had murdered them. Sometimes he returned back to the dead bodies and raped them again and again. Theodore Robert Cowell, nicknamed Ted Bundy. Bundy was an American serial killer, rapist, and necrophile. His victims were usually young women and girls, majority of whom he won over with his handsome looks and charisma. Charming Ted Bundy would woo the girls, and then he would molest them after. Sometimes he crept into his victims' homes at night and clubbed them to death. Bundy officially confessed to 30 murders, but is believed to have killed more. Ted Bundy believed in keeping trophies, and he kept severed heads in his apartment and would sometimes return to where he had discarded his victims to rape their dead body again and again. John Wayne Gacy Jr. Gacy was an American serial killer who raped and murdered teenage boys. He would often deceive the boys into putting on handcuffs, after which he tortured, raped, and strangled his victims. Gary buried the bodies of most of his victims around his Norwood Park ranch house. He was convicted of 33 murders and executed by lethal injection on May 10, 1994.